Okay, our first word is democracy. Democracy is a type of government. It's a government system in which people can choose their leaders by vote. We all live in a democracy. Remember in a previous lesson, we talked about voting and choosing leaders. When you vote, you cast your ballot to choose your leader. That is a democratic system. It is a democracy. Okay, next we have threat. This is an important word. Threat is something that causes danger or harm. It's something that could cause danger. A threat, it says causes danger or harm, but it's really a threat is before the harm or the injury has occurred. It's more like danger, right? It is a threat. If you say something is a threat, you're saying it has the possibility of causing harm, right? It is dangerous. It is a threat. So it hasn't done it yet, but it is a threat. Maybe it's done it in the past, but it is a threat, okay? So that's a threat. Justice. Justice is a very important idea, right? And it's usually represented by this picture here. You see the scales of justice, right? And that means being fair in treating people. Why do we use scales? Because, well, it's kind of a capitalist idea, I guess. If you go to buy something, right? And you say, well, 1 ounce of gold is worth this amount of goods. So you have to balance it, right? So if it's balanced, it's fair. If you pay too much, that's not fair. If you pay too little, it's not fair to the other person, right? You want something to be fair. So justice is about being fair. Fair means treating each other in an appropriate way so that each person is satisfied with what they have. Each person feels that, okay, I wasn't taken advantage of. Take advantage of is the opposite of being just. Take advantage of. If you hire somebody to do something for you and they do the job, like work on your house or something like that, and then they do a good job and you don't pay them, you took advantage of them, right? You didn't treat them fairly. Okay, so justice is the system of being fair and treating people, making sure that everybody has the same or equal chances, opportunities, and that they are treated well for their actions. Okay, and that everybody is treated the same. That's another part of justice, is that everybody has the same opportunities and they have the same punishments for the same actions. If they do something bad, they're all treated the same way. Okay, if they do something good, then they're all rewarded in the same way. That's what justice is. It's kind of a big idea. Injustice. Okay, so we just talked about justice. Now we have injustice. And remember, in means not. So not just, not fair. It's injustice, being unfair in treating people. In this case, again, we have the scales. So in this case, we're saying that, well, actually, this is an interesting picture because we have women are more valuable than men in this. Usually it's the other way around, that men are treated more valuable than women. You know, many people complain that men are paid more than women, for example. But in this scale, this shows that women, because they're heavier, they have more value than men, right? So, but they should be equal. Right? It should be equal opportunity. Chances for opportunity should be equal among men and women, among different races. It doesn't matter who you are, what you believe, what ethnic background you have. It doesn't matter. Everybody should be treated equally. And if the system does not do that, then it is injustice. It is not just. It is not just. It is an injustice. Okay, next. Allow. Allow means to permit, to permit or to let someone do something. You're in class, the teacher's talking, you have to go to the bathroom. What do? You raise your hand and say, "Teacher, may I go to the bathroom?" And the teacher will say, "Yes, you are allowed to go to the bathroom. I give you permission. I'm going to let you go to the bathroom." So to allow somebody, say, "Okay, it's no problem. I allow you to do that." Okay. Next, we have march. March means to walk forward with regular steps. Now, usually when we think of march, we think of soldiers in an army, right? And they're having some kind of parade, right? And they're marching, or, they're just going from one place to another by foot. March means to go someplace by foot. But march also has another meaning, and it's an important meaning here, and you can see it in the picture. So march is a political event where many people get together and they all walk to a certain place that has some significance. For example, nowadays, early 2020, right, there are many people marching in America and all over the world because of what they see injustice in the police system. So they get together and they march to City Hall or they march to the police station to show protest. Now, we do have a video, but this is a different kind of march. This is a parade. This isn't a political march. This is more of kind of like a parade. These guys are just marching through the street, and it's more for a festive or celebration occasion. But marches can also be political, and they are usually like a type of political protest. A march is like a political protest against injustice. Okay, so that's a march, especially when many people get together and they walk from one place to another to show that they are not happy with the system.
Lesson 6. Working for Justice. Democracy. A government system in which people can choose their leaders by a vote. Threat. Something that causes danger or harm. Justice. Being fair in treating people. Injustice. Being unfair in treating people. Allow. To let someone do something. March. To walk forward with regular steps.